OnePlus came out with their highly successful Nord series in a bid to bring their never-settle ideology to the mid-range segment. Last year, they launched the OnePlus Nord CE 2 Lite, which did wonders for them, growing to be one of the highest-selling phones in the segment. The all-new Nord CE 3 Lite aims to take this legacy forward. OnePlus has been sure to introduce upgrades in this year's iteration of the phone, but does it do enough? Let's find out. OnePlus has done a great job when it comes to design. We tested this funky and youthful pastel lime unit that is sure to turn heads. There's a more subtle chromatic grey color option available if you're not a fan of this particular color. The camera module is quite large, but grows on you with time. The phone has a good in-hand feel thanks to the flat frame. In an attempt to give it a premium feel, the back has been given a glass-like finish. But do keep in mind that it is an absolute fingerprint magnet. The power button doubles as a fast and responsive fingerprint scanner. There is no alert slider, which we firmly believe OnePlus should introduce to future models of this phone. It does feature a 3.5mm headphone jack and stereo speakers. The phone weighs in at 195 grams, though it might not feel as heavy in hand. The front bezels are thin, though there is a slight chin, and the front camera is a punch hole unit. OnePlus has gone ahead with a 6.7-inch LCD display, which for us was a letdown as there are competing phones in this price range that provide vibrant AMOLED displays. The display quality and viewing angles are decent, but the colors as well as black levels could have packed more of a punch. The display has a peak brightness of 680 nits, which is just about sufficient for outdoor use. You will be able to consume full HD content on most streaming services, and you also get a 120Hz adaptive refresh rate with the display. The stereo speakers do a good job of providing you with an immersive experience and is a nice upgrade from its predecessor. An interesting addition OnePlus has made is the 200% ultra volume mode for when you feel like blasting music while hanging out or making your gaming experience more wholesome. The phone is powered by the popular Snapdragon 695 chipset, which we see in a lot of mid-segment phones. It is an extremely capable processor that does a good job with this phone as well. We managed to play Apex Legends and Call of Duty at high graphics and didn't face any issues in that regard. The phone comes with 8GB of RAM, expandable to 16GB via virtual RAM. The phone does a solid job at managing its RAM as we faced no hiccups switching between apps. The 5000 mAh battery too provides you with enough juice for the day. While the battery unit is the same as seen in the previous model, the major upgrade is the 67-watt fast charging, which will charge your phone from 0 to 80% in under 30 minutes. The camera setup is a 108-megapixel primary camera, along with a 2-megapixel macro camera and a depth sensor. OnePlus decided to skim on the ultra-wide camera, which we found disappointing. The primary camera does a good job of capturing images. It keeps the saturation on the lower end, and the dynamic range and sharpness is decent too. The phone boasts of a 3 times lossless zoom, owing to the 108-megapixel sensor, though you do need a steady set of hands and ample light to be able to extract crisp details with the 3x mode. The 16MP front camera takes decent selfies and mostly gets the color and details right, though the portrait mode tends to make skin tones weirdly fairer for some reason. OnePlus has brought in a few upgrades to this phone over its predecessor, but none of these upgrades are as groundbreaking as we would have liked. Consumers have come to expect a lot out of OnePlus over time, which makes the Nord CE 3 Lite feel a tad bit too safe. There are other options in the market that could provide you with a better display and internals at the cost of slower charging. With the price starting from $19,999, we're sure that the phone will do well in terms of sales. But we would have loved to see OnePlus put in more into this phone to set it a class apart from the competition.